I wanted to make a quick video talking about the historical significance of today's date. Exactly 20 years ago, December 14th, 2004, a deal between EA Sports and the NFL was finalized and reported. EA would pay over $300 million for exclusive rights to the NFL license for 5 years, meaning only EA could make NFL games from that point forward. Games like NFL Game Day, NFL Fever, NFL Quarterback Club, and NFL Blitz could no longer exist. Only Madden. The biggest loss at the time was the ESPN NFL 2K series. ESPN NFL 2K5 had just released to critical acclaim, with many considering it the greatest football game ever made. It launched at just $20, while Madden 05 released
that was
for
my
$50.
favorite game to play. That's
EA
still
had to
my
lower
favorite
the
game
price
to
of
play.
their game to
My
compete,
favorite, not
causing
to
a
play,
price
but I wish
war.
I had it. But
The NFL hated
my favorite
this, feeling that
overall, the
2K's
presentation
pricing
was
harmed their
crazy. The
premium
gameplay
brand.
was crazy. The game
So
modes
they
was
decided
crazy.
to
That shit was
reward
fun.
EA
Look at
with
it. It
what
looked
was
like Sports Center
initially a
back in the day.
5-year exclusive deal, one that would ultimately extend to 20 years of exclusivity. Over these last 2 decades, we've received more bad Madden titles than good ones. Some, especially the latest releases, are such poor quality products that the NFL's decision no longer makes any sense.
Guys, look at this rating, okay? Look at the ratings of these games. Could you imagine if any other game series that released a new game every single year, if they had this bad,
we would not be buying that shit.
Do you really think they deserve to have the sole ownership over simulation football video games?
Absolutely not.
The answer to that question is no, they don't, first and foremost. And the second question you got to ask is, okay, then why do they continue to work with them? And I think we all already know the answer, but if you don't, it's because they rake in a lot of money, okay? Even though everyone can't stand the Madden series and wants something new and fresh from a different developer, we are handcuffed and put into this prison where we can only ever enjoy Madden if we ever want to play a football simulation video game with the latest roster, latest
the Bucks
updates,
and the Saints battle it out this week. Call me crazy, but I'm not sure the Saints have what it takes this week. We finna shock you, fucking Dan Orlovsky. Come on, kid.
But at some point, we as a fan base get fed up, and we see through all the BS.
Just put belt to ass.
We see through all of the
to them
corporate greed
goddamn
that is going on.
Carolina Panthers.
And all we really want to do
went nuts.
Is just simply
326 and 2 touchdowns.
Play a game and have fun.
I believe I had 6 incompletions.
When did we have ownership over fun? The EA has ownership over how you play football video games. Just think about that for a second. And it would be totally fine if they themselves were making great games, but they're not. Okay? They are not making great games. They're making subpar games at best.
If they care so much about how their brand is portrayed, why do they continue to allow EA to release terrible NFL simulations? That hurts their brand more than a high-quality title releasing for a consumer-friendly price ever could. 20 years later, the contrast is stark. While Madden NFL 25 is EA's latest exclusive NFL title, ESPN NFL 2K5 still outshines it in key areas, particularly presentation. 2K5 offered a complete broadcast experience with a pregame show, halftime reports, postgame analysis, and even a weekly SportsCenter segment in franchise mode, showing highlights from simulated games across the league that you didn't even play. The gameplay was also more simulation-focused, contrasting with EA's fun but arcade-leaning style of that era. Even today, 2K5's blocking AI and pass trajectory systems remain more sophisticated than modern Madden. And I haven't even gotten to the VIP system. You can watch my retrospective on 2K5 for a more in-depth analysis of that.
So, if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It is on his channel. But I just want to point something out to you guys. Over. Sorry. Reverse. Right here. This guy that he's locked onto. Every time in Madden that a defender doesn't have someone to lock into with blocking in like a vicinity, they kind of just stand there and do nothing. Okay? But as you will see here, number 51 starts shifting to the left
and pass trajectory systems
because he sees
more sophisticated
92
than modern Madden. And I haven't even gotten to the VIP system. You can watch my retrospective on 2K5 for a more in-depth analysis of that specific game. The NFL and EA's decision to kill this series was devastating for football gaming. Now, 2 decades later, the results have been exactly what most feared: a steady decline in quality with no competition to drive innovation. The experiment of NFL exclusivity has failed about as spectacularly as it possibly could have. The recent Amazon Prime documentary about Madden paints a very different picture. If you weren't already familiar with this history, you would never know what we truly lost 20 years ago today. The documentary glosses over this pivotal moment, presenting a sanitized version of events that ignores 2 decades of declining quality and lost potential. This falls squarely on the NFL. Their greed destroyed a thriving market that could have brought football fans so much more joy and innovation over the past 20 years. While casual fans might not notice, the NFL's reputation among die-hard football fans has been permanently damaged by their commitment to something worse than mediocrity. The very premium brand they claimed to protect in 2004 has been tarnished by 2 decades of subpar Madden releases, all because they chose a controllable monopoly over quality and competition. Looking back at fan reactions from December 14th, 2004, the responses are fascinating to read with 20 years of hindsight. Various online forums from that era are still accessible, preserving the real-time reactions of football gaming fans as this news broke. Many tried to find a silver lining, suggesting that companies would get creative and make innovative new football games without the NFL license. While we did see attempts like All Pro Football 2K8 and Blitz the League, the reality is that no high-budget football game has truly competed with Madden in these 2 decades. Without the NFL license, major publishers simply weren't willing to make that investment. Some fans worried this would spread to other sports, particularly noting how NBA 2K5 was outperforming NBA Live 05. They feared a domino effect of publishers racing to secure exclusive rights across all sports leagues. Fears that proved to be prophetic.
Guys, could you imagine?
Not NBA Live 2005. No,
EA
that dunk contest in NBA Live 2005 was the greatest dunk contest
to basketball
in
as
goddamn sports games.
Oh goodness! For all the criticism that I give 2K,
Michael Mitchell interrogation. Who is Michael Mitchell?
They're not nearly half as bad as Madden.
2K quickly retaliated by purchasing exclusive third-party MLB rights, killing EA's MLB licensed MVP baseball series, although EA continued with college baseball games for a few years. Today, almost every major sports franchise faces no meaningful competition. EA has made monopolizing sports licenses the industry standard, which was great for corporate profits, but devastating for players. One particularly ironic comment hoped Madden's price would drop without competition. Instead, the base game now costs $70, up from $50 in 04, with aggressive microtransactions making it more expensive than ever. One comment really hit me hard. A user of this forum named El Psycho Diablo said the following: "Yay, 5 more years of glorified roster updates. EA is the biggest cancer to the video game industry, seriously. They put out mediocre games,
hey, Timmy be
and nobody
that
says anything bad about
real.
them because they have the reviewers paid off. Not to mention the numerous ways they find to spit in the face of
Timmy be toting that motherfucker for real, for real.
Is
There we
that
go,
not
Rook.
a deadly accurate statement today as well? EA hasn't changed at all, but their games have gotten worse. We yearn for EA to return to the PS2 era, when their games were fun, polished, and had serious depth. But even back then, most diehard simheads preferred NFL 2K. I can only imagine how this guy feels now. I hope he's doing alright. Someone suggested that perhaps 2K could create a college football game. They had made one a few years back, but it didn't sell well. It's not a bad idea considering EA essentially did exactly that with MVP Baseball, and I think a college football 2K6 on next-gen hardware could have been special. But 2K probably didn't see enough money there and wanted to double down on their NBA game. I found one comment really sad. They said they love EA and they have faith EA will never let quality suffer. Oh man. Someone else said, EA Sports, now it's the only game. Someone else said, I wonder if some video game company will challenge that contract. It creates a monopoly on the making of NFL games. I just want to see what the ruling would be. Well, 20 years later, that has never happened. Someone linked a petition, followed by a guy hitting him with an LOL, when have online petitions ever done anything? The guy who shared the petition is almost like an early version of this channel. He's at least trying to do something about it, even if it failed. I respect it, and I've always been annoyed with those online who shoot down attempts to try anything. I've had similar reactions to the hashtags we've gotten trending, for example. I still get comments telling me to move on from this topic too. Someone made mock-ups for Madden 06 that are kind of funny. In reality, the cover of 06 would brag that the game has the exclusive NFL license. It always pisses me off reading that.
Oh, like that's a
The most telling
flex.
forum comment perfectly captures what made
that you
2K's
bought it
football
for.
gameplay special. The only thing that bugged me about Madden was that there was too many bread and butter plays where it seemed like no matter what defense you used, the opponent's receivers would still end up wide open. ESPN never seemed to have that problem, and the overall gameplay to me was more realistic, running backs having to hit holes, not just the opponent constantly hitting the jump button and avoiding being tackled. 20 years later, Madden still follows this pattern. EA builds a more scripted experience where specific plays produce predictable results. It used to be deeper and more fun, yes, but Madden has always been more arcade-like and scripted. This is good for a competitive game, but not for an NFL simulation. And more fun, yes, but Madden has always been more arcade. It used to be deeper and more fun, yes, but Madden has
like it just always like I don't think you ever see that kind of like glitchiness
or arcade-like and scripted.
It just
this
so
is good
scripted.
for a competitive game, but not.
There's
for
nothing that
NFL
can get him off
simulation.
track.
2K's approach was fundamentally different. Plays developed organically, with AI-controlled players making multiple decisions during each play, from choosing blocking assignments to finding holes in zone coverage. Defensively, players had to consider pursuit angles, react to play action, and choose blitzing gaps. This organic gameplay emerged from less scripted individual player AI, allowing each play to unfold differently even against identical defenses. The difference remains clear today. Comparing blocking logic,
right? You was replacing Shaheed. He was an all-pro shit. Had to be last year.
Modern Madden still
him and Chris Olave had to lead the league in
players
fucking
either complete
touchdowns.
their single task or fail. In 2K5, players responded dynamically to the situation.
I actually want to go back and check that shit. I wonder if I can.
After the snap. While this unpredictability might frustrate competitive players, it perfectly captures real football's complexity. This makes EA's exclusive simulation rights particularly ironic. They spent 2 decades making the less simulation-focused game. EA's statement after signing the deal reads like dark comedy now. We are excited about the opportunity to further enhance our relationship with the NFL and Players Inc. The 5-year agreement will usher NFL fans through the console technology transition with new ideas and innovative gameplay experiences. The reality? Madden 06 on Xbox 360 was a disaster, stripping away features and taking years just to catch up to where the PS2 version had been. But then the real betrayal came, when EA discovered they could exponentially increase profits through Ultimate Team's microtransactions and simulated gambling mechanics. Having competition during this massive shift in gaming could have changed everything. Instead, the NFL's decision led to an entire sports gaming industry where every major title has become a hyper-monetized casino, focusing less and less on actually simulating the sports they exclusively
I should have threw it to R1.
represent.
That shit was open. I fucked it up.
2K made one last attempt with All Pro Football 2K8 in 2007.
Look at LT, man.
Despite lacking the NFL license and a franchise mode, it refined 2K5's gameplay to set a new standard for pro football simulations, one that Madden still hasn't matched. But poor marketing meant most gamers never even knew it existed. Now, each year brings new young players to Madden on their PS5s and gaming PCs. They've never known 2K football, they're focused on online play, and they'd likely dismiss PS2-era graphics without understanding what was lost. EA prefers this ignorance. Their recent Amazon Prime documentary proves that they're actively trying to sanitize and rewrite history.
Look at Junior Seau, man.
With gaming more accessible and popular than ever before, EA will claim that their sales numbers prove Madden's success, conveniently ignoring that they hold a monopoly in an exploding market. EA paid to win back then. And now they expect players to do the same today, 20 years later, in their over-monetized games. While Madden might be worse than ever, casual players see good graphics and their favorite NFL players. And with no alternatives, that's sadly enough. Madden's defenders might have Stockholm Syndrome, while its critics are left powerless to create change. I'm trying to do something about it though, and we've built a strong community here. The simple truth is that competition benefits consumers, while exclusive licenses hurt them. It's been 20 years, and as EA and the NFL negotiate yet another extension, we're left with questions. How many more years of subpar Madden titles lie ahead? Will this deal ever end? Could 2K football return? Would it even be good, given NBA 2K's decline? History suggests it would. After all, NBA 2K was at its best when competing with NBA Live. But it could go either way, and as of right now, it's nothing but a fantasy. Today marks a pivotal moment in sports gaming history. 2 decades have passed since we lost not just NFL 2K, but all the other innovative NFL games that were killed off by this terrible deal. I used to play these PS2 titles and imagine how advanced they'd be decades later, and yet they've mostly regressed. Let's take a moment of silence for what could have been. Thanks for watching.
I got a lot of things to say, man. First and foremost, go support Soft Drink TV. Amazing content creator, amazing commentator, all of the above, man. He is really just, every time he opens his mouth, he just speaks facts. Okay. Now, second of all, I thought the same thing when I was a young kid. Back in the early 2000s, I always used to think, wow, I can't wait. 20 years from now, the video games for football are going to be so good.
The Chris Olave special.
You know how much heartbreak I have?
I'm going to drop this motherfucker on the T. The Chris Olave special. I'm calling it right now.
That Madden never actually really improved that much. It might skirt by in today's, many games.
Look, right there again. I mean, in the red zone, this play is unstoppable.
Has it actually tremendously
because they can't play zone. If they play zone, it's gonna fuck their shit up because the running back moving. So the linebacker got to bump out. Everybody got to bump over type shit. If they playing man, it's even worse because now they're in the middle of the field in the fucking way.
All of the above. And if you guys haven't seen,
and it's gonna basically be like a rub, bro.
The Madden documentary, you can.
And that's how you always get open right there at the T. I know. I could blindly throw that motherfucker to the T.
I basically talked about
how if he catches it or not, or he gets smoked or not, that's a different question. But I could almost guarantee I could throw that bitch to the T of the Saints in the end zone every time, and he'll score.
Which was how much better Madden 05
probably 90% of the time I'll score.
NFL 2K5.
I'll run that bitch on 4th down. That's my 2-point play. That's the play to win the shit.
About how NFL 2K5 and All Pro Football 2K8 were made, how they were made, and how EA inevitably destroyed that franchise. I'd love to hear just the effort and the thought process behind some of the concepts in the game. I'd love to learn about the physics. Why are the physics still hold up so well to this game?
But I also be trying to just balance my shit out. Because I don't want to have to just drop back and throw the ball all the time and then the shit be stale as
fundamentals of the game of football.
Like, I don't want to do that.
All Pro Football 2K8 still does so many things better.
All right, so
than
I'm
Madden
going to get into this DJ Ghost video. He just dropped, 12 hours ago, so at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Hold on. Snap that bitch. Okay, 3rd and 8. Gotta cook something. But he dropped this. This my boy. I mean, not my boy. I don't know him for real, but I fuck with Ghost for real.
Who that? It's LA like a motherfucker too.
Touchdown.
Here come the police.
Oh, 51, bro. Get the fuck off the field. Get off the field. If y'all seen my other videos, I was checking out on
they tried to
YouTube.
creep on a nigga with the... Bro, look how the police pulled... My nigga! They was all these unmarked cars, bro, and you couldn't even tell they was on Ramirez's neck. They was on Ramirez's neck, my nigga. Even now, after y'all just seen that last part I showed y'all can't even tell which one is the police, nigga. Only that one marked car, bro, is surrounding my nigga. They couldn't have followed this nigga to the gas station. It looked like they was waiting up there on this fool. It's like they knew he was gonna be there, right? Damn. Look at this shit. That's when they all blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, nigga. And you can count 6. Look all the way at the top where that where it look like that y'all shit. All right, look where that white sign at. Right behind that white sign. That's another police right there. Damn. They blitzed this nigga hard. He out of there. Here come another one behind him to stop the nigga. Damn, how many cars they had up there, bro? Then they got SWAT up there on this nigga, bro. Ramirez was cooked, my nigga. That nigga's a murderer. Ramirez caught bodies, bro. Ramirez caught bodies, bro. They had like 9 cars up there on this nigga. Look what he was doing in the beginning. Look at this shit. Look what Ramirez doing in the beginning. Chilling at the pump with his homies. Look. Ain't even knowing the whole gas station full of undercovers, bro. Look at this shit. My nigga, they had to know he was up there. They had to know. They didn't follow him there, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They was already there. They didn't follow him there, bro. They couldn't have. They couldn't have. Hell no. They almost hit this nigga walking to get some gas. That nigga Ramirez quick. Look, he hit that reverse on the nigga so quick. Another one. They finna pop this nigga. He ain't getting out. Now he endangering vehicle. Yep. They finna pop this nigga. That's a civilian.
Back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Yo. Can't detect it. Ejected from his vehicle. What the fuck? When? My nigga, he hit that van that hard the police flew out the bitch? Hold on. Oh yeah, he did.
The slot man left. He'll drop to throw.
Out of there. Damn, we got somebody. How many cops? Where did the female come from, bro? That shit was so the fuck up. And he still got out of there.
Literally was on.
And he still got out of there. All that planning they did. They found the nigga. They found him. Oh, no. This was Nate the APO. Right?
Hey, y'all see me cooking these niggas with a half a controller in my hand. What you talking about?
Well, he could have killed him right there. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you the police wanted his head, my nigga. Stop! Look where that shot went. Right in the, that shit was right in the driver window, like. Damn, that shit went right at the head.
Hey, 998. Yep.
My nigga, you went home? Oh shit, he did? He parked his car, squad, and laid on the ground like that? Oh no, he giving up.
Van, you grab the left.
The police officer's like, I shot him. No, you didn't, nigga. Bro on the run for a murder.
Where are you hit?
I promise y'all. They ain't even doing drug dealers like that, bro. That's a murderer. They not even doing drug dealers like that, my nigga. He on the run for a hot one.
Where are you shot? Where are you shot, man, so we can help you? Where are you shot? Where are you shot so we can help you, man?
Oh shit.
Is he shot?
You might just have a graze up here.
I got this, guys. Watch out.
Check your legs up and
They did hit his ass.
Check the back. Where is he? If it came in. He's here. Is that you right there? That's the entrance.
Bro, take the cuffs off, my nigga. Damn.
you want to check here?
Here, let's get him on the back. Yeah, left side.
No extra wounds. So with that incomplete pass now,
Damn.
likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity
Damn.
for them to try to close this.
This how I feel. This was crazy, bro. The nigga already shot. Why y'all still got the handcuffs on the nigga? If y'all helping the nigga. But if I was the police, if I was the president, if you get shot doing some police shit, you don't get no help, nigga. You better hope you heal. The fuck? The fuck I look like shooting you didn't take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself shot.
I ain't got no hour and a half, but this shit sound like it's gonna be crazy.
It was a horrible thing, and I will either be life in prison or I will get the death penalty.
Our story begins in the small waterfront community of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. In the early morning hours of August 2nd, 2018, a homeowner is awoken by frantic knocking on his front door. He opened the door and found a crying and injured woman. The man recognized her as his neighbor, 45-year-old Angel Sawyer. She had a wound on her forehead and duct tape around her wrists.
911 location emergency.
Yes, my name is Carl. I live at 18 Darien Drive. My next door neighbor just came and knocked on my door. When I went to the door, she is crying and she says she thinks her husband is dead.
Okay, so what's her address?
It's right next door.
Okay.
She's at my house right now.
All right, and what makes she think that he is deceased?
She says she can't get him to wake up.
Okay.
She says the guy
Yeah, he got his
broke
ass
into the
smacked.
house. He has
My
a
bad,
guy.
my boy.
She's got blood on her
My
face
bad.
where he hit her with the
He
gun.
got up though.
Wait a second. So was this a domestic?
No, this was another guy.
Another guy broke into the house?
Another guy broke into the house, correct? Not your husband, just, no. She says the guy that broke into the house killed her husband.
Okay, all right. Where's the other guy at right now?
Where is the other guy out? I have no idea where the other guy is.
Okay, I tell you what, for your safety, just stay in the house and lock your door and keep her inside your house, okay?
Yes.
We got law enforcement and fire and EMS on the way. Can she describe what the person looked like? Or does she know the person?
She says the person had a mask on, correct? So, no, she doesn't know the person.
All right, can she tell if he's white or black?
Was he white or black? He was completely dressed in black. Said he was yelling and cussing a lot. He robbed their house, took all their money.
Did they have a pistol, a rifle, or shotgun?
What kind of gun did he have? A pistol.
That man so know he could catch some shit in traffic. There we go, Chris.
But it was a pistol, but it was a long one.
A long barrel pistol, okay.
That's a fucking ball. That is a ball.
She was tied up
That is a
also?
ball.
Yeah, she still got some.
Good shit. Good shit, Arch.
It's like wideband black electrical tapes.
Is it still on her?
Still on her hands.
Okay, tell her, do not touch it, do not take it off. Okay, let the officer do that when he gets there, okay?
Yeah.
Just leave what's on her until they collect his evidence, okay?
Right.
Because they might have fingerprints on it from the suspect.
Right.
Can you remember anything else about this person that broke in?
She says he sounded white.
Okay. Did the suspect shoot her husband, or do you think he's dead because of the injury?
Because of the injury.
And
the husband's the one that's been injured. She says he won't wake up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the police are here.
All right, you see the deputy sheriff?
I see the police car.
Okay. Can you turn your porch light on, sir, and stay on the phone with me?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
It's on. It stays on. Yeah, here he comes.
All right, I'm going to let you go, sir, okay? You've been a big help.
All right,
thank you.
While Angel remained at her neighbor's, officers arrived at the Sawyer home. The front door was locked, so they used the back door to gain entry. After clearing the home, the officers ended up in the master bedroom. It was obvious that a struggle had taken place as multiple dresser drawers were dumped out and jewelry was everywhere. Officers located Angel's husband, 55-year-old Milton Sawyer, prone on the master bathroom floor. The 6-foot, 220-pound man was motionless with his hands taped behind his back.
Let's go.
Milton was without a pulse and stiff. A small amount of blood was found on the floor and the toilet. He had some superficial injuries, however, they did not appear to be the cause of his death.
There we go,
At the neighbor's
Jawan.
house, police collected the tape from Angel's hands.
There we
She
go.
was then rushed to the hospital for an evaluation. News of the unfolding tragedy reached Milton's family. Milton Sawyer was born in 1963 in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Milton's brother, David, said they had a typical childhood. Milton loved to tell jokes and did well in school. He won the prestigious drum major spot in the marching band at his high school, where he met his
That was
future
an
wife.
unexpected touchdown.
With
I was
math
expecting
and
him to go out of
computer
bounds,
science
so.
degrees, Milton
I'll
got a
take it,
job
though.
managing data for the
definitely take it,
University
though.
of North Carolina.
It's a
The
huge
daily
play.
grind wasn't a good fit for someone as free-spirited as Milton. He believed he could do something bigger and better on his own. Milton set up a business dealing in antiques and sports memorabilia. He got married and soon became a father. Not long after, there was another addition to the family. Milton had his downtown store about 3 miles from his home, a shop he called the Treasure Hunter. However, Milton wasn't as lucky with love as with business. He became restless in his home
Let's
life
go.
and had
Now,
an affair
Dan
that
Orlovsky,
resulted in
what
another
the fuck
daughter.
was you
A
talking about?
divorce followed shortly
didn't
after,
think we could
but
do
he
this?
remained
Come
on
on.
good terms with his ex-wife. Milton's brothers said he was a good father and
15
took
for
the kids to the
275,
store
6
whenever
touchdowns.
possible.
Damn.
David said they loved being with Milton. It seemed the
Dan
only
Orlovsky.
thing missing from Milton's
You better
life
be-
was a partner to share it with. But in
You better be-
2011,
come
while
on,
picking
dude.
up his kids from school, he met just the woman, 38-year-old Angel Kessinger. Milton
16 for
and
22,
Angel's children were
275,
similar in
6
age and went to the
touchdowns.
same school. Angel had 4 children and was in the process of divorcing her husband. Despite their
13 for
10-year age difference,
75.
Milton and
mean, he
Angel
getting his
bonded
touches.
over parenting challenges
he ain't
and
getting a
sharing
lot. I don't
custody
wanna
of their
overdo it
children.
with him, but-
When Angel's divorce
'cause I
was
still gotta get my
finalized,
shit off,
Milton
but-
seized the opportunity and asked her
Mike
out.
Evans,
A year
8 for
later, in
141.
2012, the couple wed. They became partners in life and business. At the Treasure Hunter, Angel
Buck
was a
the
constant
road.
presence. She organized
7
and
for
staged the items in
103
the
at
shop.
2 tubs.
Over the next 5 years, the couple worked to nurture their blended family of 7 children. Life seemed good for the Sawyers until the night of August 2nd, 2018. A home invasion has left Milton dead and Angel in the hospital. The scene was consistent with a robbery. Milton's body was taken to the medical examiner for an autopsy. Officers spoke with the neighbors, however no one had heard or seen anything unusual. There was no sign of forced entry. The back door was open and a key to the residence was found on a table on the back porch. Detectives went to the hospital to speak with Angel while crime scene technicians analyzed the scene.
That's dope. Oregon has got some great fucking football talent.
We're kind of binge watching, so we had watched 4 last night and we were on our 3rd one tonight. And he said, "You want to watch one more?" And I said, "Yeah, but we're going to get a snack." I went to open the bedroom door, and this guy pushed it, and he had a gun. I don't cuss, but that's what he said. He was cussing a lot. Kept saying, you know, get on the effing ground, and give me all your effing money.
I got some new shit, y'all.
He knows us, because he said, "Give me your shop keys, because I'm going to go steal all the effing there. I did the gold buyer, and we'll go to the city." And
so he knew who you guys were and what you did. So you were getting to go get a snack. When you went to open your living door to go into your hallway.
He came right in.
He was right there. And
he was right there. Scared the shit out of me.
Do you normally keep the doors locked at your house?
Yep.
You know if they're locked at night?
I don't know because, you know, sometimes when that last kid leaves, you know, I usually go check it before we go to sleep. But we have 7 kids, so.
Who stays in the house with you guys now?
My 2 daughters are the only 2 that live there right now, all the time. But one was at a friend at first, and the other one was at her friends at Camden, because they were gonna carpool to work tomorrow. Okay, so
that's 2 division wins right there. That's 2 big division wins right there, back to back. We on their ass. We trying to get back to we made it to the NFC Championship game last year, my rookie year. Just so we all on the same page. I play on all Madden. I play on arcade mode. This is what my settings look like. Just so we all on the same page. I'm not out here playing on rookie and shit.
I didn't see this. I had like a black tape on my hands. And then he grabbed me by my hair. We were both in the bathroom. He had my hands behind my black tape.
Did he put y'all in the bathroom?
I don't know how he knocked me or something. I don't even know. And then he grabbed me by the hair real hard and threw me into our room, just dumping stuff and trying to find stuff and asked for the money and then asked for the key again. And then he hit me really hard. My ear was just ringing and I fell and hit my head on the corner of the table by my husband's side of the bed. He smashed the phone when I went to grab the phone. That's when he hit me. I saw my husband's phone. And then he went back in there and I could hear them wrestling around. I couldn't get him to wake up. I couldn't roll him over because he was making heavy. And I couldn't get him to breathe and then I threw up.
Was that in the bathroom?
Well, I was trying to get my hands untied. Then I went across the street to the... They didn't answer. And I finally got the neighbor next door to answer.
Were they outside? They came to the door?
They came to the door, let me in. They called the police. Go off my husband.
Is there anything about this guy that seems familiar at all?
Then he said he wanted the shop key, so I told the policeman they should catch him over there, so I told them as soon as they got there.
Could you tell if he was white or black? Have you ever seen his skin?
Couldn't see his skin. It was dark.
How tall do you think he was? Was he taller than you?
5'2". I was mostly on the ground and then pushing me on the ground and he was hitting me. One time I was next to him was when he pulled me by my hair. Get up. He's definitely taller than me. I don't think he was as tall as my husband. I feel like it's someone that must come into our shop because he kept saying, "Where's your jewelry, bitch? I know you wear effing nice jewelry. Probably he's the gold buyer. You probably get all the jewelry."
Did he sound white? Did he sound black at all? Or did you think he sounded white?
I do think he sounded white.
Could you tell if he was a slim build like Aaron or was a bigger build like me? Or in between?
Like Aaron.
Do you know if your truck's unlocked for you personally?
Probably. I mean, I've never locked anything. Let's just check the doors at night right before we go to sleep.
I know you've been at the store. Have you had anybody come in that's acting suspicious, like within the past couple of days that you can think of that might?
One guy that kind of threatened me.
One guy that
bought stuff from this kid. And then I guess uses it for drugs. I don't know what his name is. But his brother came in and demanded all his stuff back, and Millen had already sold some of it, and the police told him they couldn't take it back unless they paid, so they were pressing charges against their brother. That's the only guy that told Milton if he didn't get his Yeti cooler back, that he would be hearing from him. Finally, just convinced Milton to stop doing this business and to sell it.
Hey, we're gonna take you to get a CAT scan right now, okay? So we can get it off, okay?
What time did you leave the shop today?
Just after 6. So I remember we went to Tony's and Tony came straight over to the table and was joking that we were early.
So you left the shop, you went to Tony's, then you went to the hardest parking lot?
We went to Ollie's.
Ollie's,
to get some stuff for the kids for school. We have 5 college and Ollie's. Then we went to Harvey's parking lot. And then we went to Ollie's, he said, and this is why we had a fight, get frustrated, and he told me I didn't like doing this, it was Dylan, he just got out of jail.
So he met a guy named Dylan? Can you describe Dylan for me?
Kind of small, he's always with this one girl. Dylan brought it to the car. I said, it looks like it came off someone's wall. There was not even a stand. We got in a fight the whole way back. So I said, I don't know why you buy this shit from people and to stick it in and drug addicts. And I always worry when we meet at Harvey's because that's another thing.
Yeah.
So how do I know these people aren't going to follow us back to our house?
I'm
saying it was that kid, but they could follow us back. But they always usually come in together. That girl, Dylan, and the boy whose brother came in pissed off.
I need to run the ball.
What time Dylan called him? Do you know?
While we were at Ollie's,
Okay.
so maybe 17. One of them was involved in that whole CVS robbery thing or whatever, not too long ago.
Okay.
It's the capable.
Yeah, well.
Dylan actually called from jail and asking Hilton to bail him out. So, no.
Wow.
And then the girlfriend came in trying to sell stuff so she could bail him out of jail.
When was this?
It was right after 4th of July.
Maybe I gotta change my offense.
Is there anything else you can think of since we've been talking, Angel? I know you've got a lot going through your mind.
I just want to know where he is.
He didn't make it, right?
No.
He played today, well, yesterday now, but he played. It's wild. I got sacked 22 times last year. He was cooking their ass.
Detectives left Angel to rest as they worked the lead she gave them regarding the TV purchase from a guy named Dylan hours before Milton's murder. The Sawyers' business had fallen on hard times, and they started buying and selling gold. The store was more or less a pawn shop, and Dylan was a regular customer. Local law enforcement was familiar with Dylan. They said he was a frequent flyer. Elizabeth City police officers brought Dylan Histadler in for questioning.
Okay, so tell me about Milton.
I don't know anything about Milton.
Man, you know you've done some robberies. Did you do this?
No.
You're leaving the part out from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh.
Dude, I was at home all night last night.
How many times did we say that all you have to do is tell the truth? The first time that you did the robbery, didn't we kind of go through the same thing?
Yeah.
Where you leave the part out where Dylan messes up, right? That's what you're doing right now.
No, I didn't know.
But I'm in the middle of a murder investigation. So helping you get out of a little cocaine charge, at least in my words. If you're really thinking about Milton, I need to spend my time on trying to figure out who killed him.
Absolutely.
Detectives gathered location data from Dylan and his girlfriend's phones. The devices showed that they were not in the area of the Sawyer home when the murder took place. Investigators were able to rule them out. An autopsy was completed, and the cause of death was manual strangulation. With this being a personal means of killing someone, they turned to Milton's inner circle for answers. Detectives spoke with his siblings. His family said no one they knew of had it out for Milton. They also shared details of the Sawyer marriage. Milton's family said that Angel thought highly of herself and seemed self-centered. Milton's brother said she always thought she was the hottest chick in the room. They said Milton tried to provide her with all the accessories she wanted. David said that after 5 years of marriage, that wasn't enough. 2 months before the murder, Milton called David and said that he thought Angel was having an affair. His suspicions began in late 2017 after Angel got into a fender bender. She had shoulder and hip pain, so she went to a